Okay, so we finally made it to the training modules. I'm so proud of you for getting this far. If you came straight to this shit and skipped the modules on mindset and diet, you need to go back and watch those because those are going to be much more important than this module. This module is important for sure, but without those two, this isn't going to do much for you. So definitely go back and watch those and then come back. But if you're here because you went through it the right way, let's dive into it. So how often should you train? I've broken this up into three main things that are going to decide how often you need to trade. Okay, let's jump into number one. So number one is going to be it's based off your goals. Okay, so let's identify what you want to look like. If you want to look like Mr. Olympia, who's going to be like a C-Bum or a Kai Green, you're going to train a lot differently or let maybe different amounts than someone who wants to just be a lean David Lay kind of physique where you're more aesthetic, or Alex Eubank, more aesthetic. You're going to look a lot different than somebody that wants to train like Swole. He wants to be super huge and bulky, okay? So first step to answering this question is identify your goals. Go into training with a clear mind. A clear mind makes clear, concrete goals, and that's what you need, okay? After you define what you want to look like, okay, we're going to jump into A, which is your availability, okay? So if you're somebody who, like in the other module we talked about, that works 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, it may not be feasible for you to train every day. You can, depending on your goals, but you might want to lean into a different sort of split that's going to allow for you to train less often throughout the week, but still get the results you need by hitting every muscle group, okay? So it's very important to identify your availability. Touching back on your goals, I know an example of that would be most women I know don't train chest super hard because they don't want their chest to develop a certain way, like that bodybuilder look that most women get when they train chest super hard. So be aware of these two, your goals and your availability. And then once you take into account both of these, then and only then can you develop a structure for how you want to work out. Okay, so there's going to be two that I go into detail with here, but there's a million different ones that you can look up. The two I'm going to tell you all about is going to be PPL and FBEOD. Okay, so PPL is a split that in theory allows you to train 3 times a week. Push day is going to be chest, shoulders, and tries. So any workout that's pushing weight away, your push-ups, your flies, your dips, you're pushing weight away. That's going to be your pull day, okay? Push day. Your pull day is going to hit your back and your biceps. So anytime you're pulling weight, dips or curls are going to be pulling weight, pull-ups are going to be pulling weight. That's going to be your pull day. And then legs. Legs are going to be your glutes, your quads, your hamstrings, your calves, your tibialis muscles. That's going to be your L is for legs. So push, pull, legs. If you're someone that's super busy and you only want to train 3 times a week, push, pull, legs is a great split. You can split your workouts up, or you can do back-to-back push, pull, legs and finish up your week in 3 days, or you can spread them out throughout the week, however you want to do it, okay? You're going to be in the gym for a little longer because you're hitting, you feel me, everything, but it's a decent split if you only want to work out for a short period of time for 3 days throughout the week, okay? Now, you can also take this same split and just multiply it by 2. Personally, I like to work out for between 45 minutes to an hour a day. Don't like being in the gym for super long, so this is my personal split. Push, pull, legs twice a week. Monday through Saturday, you're working out. Sunday, you get a rest day, okay? Now, full body every other day. If you're a super busy person, I think this is the best split for you, okay, personally. But again, experiment and find out. But full body every other day is you're going to be in the gym. Say you work 12 hours a week, but you have Tuesday and Friday off. So you want to train Tuesday and Friday, only twice a week, but you want to be in there for a long time. Full body every other day. So you're working out 2 to 3 times a week, and every time you go in the gym, you're training every single part of your body. You're doing an entire push-pull leg and one workout. So you're in there for probably 1 to 2.5 hours, just really, really working every muscle group super hard. But if you're super busy, in my opinion, this is going to be the best split for you. So again, if you're super busy, full body every other day is what I recommend. If you really like going to the gym every day and you like one rest day a week, push-pull legs twice. If you only want to train 3 times a week, moderately intense, push-pull legs is what I recommend. But definitely experiment with all 3 of these. Do more research. Look into what you personally, I know people that do one day is all chest, one day is all buys, one day is all back. I know people that train like that. So however you want to do it, look into it. These are my 2 or 3, I guess, that I recommend. Do your own research, commit to one, stick to it, and get to your goals.